Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10 and support the channel at the same time. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and today Wizards of the Coast dropped some previews on us. In particular, dual decks, Elves versus Inventors. We didn't get to see a lot. We got to see a little bit and a few intriguing things here. It looks like this is shaping up to be one of the best dual decks, perhaps. And that's kind of crazy to say, considering it is, unfortunately, the last one, and I'm sad about that. I'm going to miss this product. I think a lot of players are going to miss this product. Now, as this goes away, it will be replaced around the same time with standard, almost event-style decks. We've talked about that in the past. We haven't seen any cards yet from those decks, but stay tuned. As soon as I hear anything, I will let you know. But for today, let's get into this information about the dual decks. All right, here's the packaging reveal, at least most of it. More on that in a little bit. It is important to note at this point, though, before we go further, that this is a supplemental product. These cards will not be standard legal. I get that question a lot, so I want to throw it out there. Now, what do we see so far? We got Goblin Welder. That is going to be the premium foil card for the Inventor side of the deck. Now, they did tell us who the elf is going to be, and they also showed us the new art, but they haven't shown us the card yet. More on that in a little bit, but let's talk about the Inventors first. And we'll begin with, of course, Goblin Welder. It's got new art, as you can see on the screen here. Actually, it looks pretty sweet. That's one thing they really do right in recent years with these dual decks. Some are hit, some are miss, but the art is always breathtaking, and no exception here. They did a great job. There's a couple new pieces of art. Other than the Goblin Welder we saw in the package, they didn't actually show us any of the new cards, but they did mention a few, and they did show us a few pieces of new art, so that's what we'll be looking at today. But, of course, if you're not familiar with Goblin Welder, here's a better look at the card. It's from Commander 2014, and before that, Urza's Legacy. It also had a Judge's promo at one point. So what's cool about this card is it's not expensive. I mean, it's a card you can pick up for $3, $4 typically. But if you wanted a foil before now, you were either going with the Judge's promo, which will run you about $25, or you were going with the original foil. That was going to run you about $50, probably more actually. So this is actually a sweet way to now get a foil version of the card with new art to boot. Solemn Simulacrum. They did say that this will be in the set. This has been reprinted many times in different supplemental products. No word on art. I'm assuming it will have maybe previous art from one of the other printings. But this is a card, even though it has been printed a lot, that it still runs around $5, so it's kind of a nice inclusion. Shivan Reef. Another card that I'm a personal fan of because I like paying lands. So I think this is kind of cool. It'll run you $2, $3 actually at this point. So not a cheap card either. Thopter Assembly, this one's not too expensive, but it was never reprinted before this, so that's actually kind of sweet. And on top of that, they gave it some new art, and here it is. They gave it a nice Kaladesh treatment. It looks really cool. Speaking of new art, Wizards also gave us the art for the other premium foil card that will be in the package. Furthermore, they told us what it's going to be, so the art on the screen will be associated with this card, Azuri Renegade Leader. So they showed us the new art, they told us the card. Why did they not show the card like they did with Goblin Welder? Well, I have a couple of theories. One of which is around Regenerate. Perhaps there's a change coming to the Regenerate mechanic or the rules text around it, or perhaps a rules change that is going to impact Regenerate. And if that's the case, maybe there's something printed on the card that would give that away earlier than they're ready to talk about it. But maybe between now and April 6th, we will hear something about that. That's one way they could go, because Regenerate's an awesome mechanic, very flavorful, is one of the original mechanics, but it was confusing, and they've kind of phased it out in recent years because a lot of players, even with the rules text, which wasn't super clear to begin with, and didn't really talk about all the nuances, like that the creature becomes tapped and such, maybe they're looking for a way to rework that. That's very possible. The other thing it could be is because this is a legendary creature, of course the Goblin Welder is not. Maybe there's some change coming to legendary creatures, maybe a new card frame or something like that, so they stand out. That would actually be kind of sweet. So I think it's one of the two. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Once I hear more, I will let you know. But about the card itself, another great inclusion, $5, $6 card. And if you wanted a foil of this one, you're going back to Scars of Merit, and it's going to cost you about $16. So a really nice card to have in one of these dual deck sets. Alright, Regal Force will also be there. Not super expensive. These will run you $1 or $2. This was in Eternal Masters most recently. Sylvan Advocate, another card that's not expensive. This had a big presence in Standard in this day, though. And finally, our last card, Elvish Archdruid. And this is another fantastic reprint, $2, $3 card. And on top of it, they gave it some new art. So let's take a look at that. Looks incredible. I mean, this is spectacular. they knock it out of the park when it comes to new art, at least recently on these dual deck cards when they add new art. So kind of sweet. We got to see at least a few of the cards that are in this package, as well as some of the arts, and we have a mystery that is going to reveal itself between now and April 6th. So a lot going on here. But until next time, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.